What's up, guys? It's me again, and today we're going to be going over another news article. Today we're going to be going over the new American dream is to leave. Most in the U.S. don't believe hard work will get you ahead. Here's what some are striving for instead. Now, before I even go into this, I actually personally agree with that statement. Working hard is not enough to get you ahead. If you're born poor without a good family like I was, they will hold you back any way they can. They will try to put cogs, or they'll try to fuck you over any way they can. They'll try to keep you out of the job any way they can. They'll complain about anything they can. The older generation doesn't like the younger generation because they don't like the internet. They don't like TikTok. They don't like anything about the younger generation. And I feel like the best tip, if you do have to work, is to keep your head down. Don't communicate to some of those people. Be as defensive as possible. But basically, unless if you're suffering and stuff, the American dream is gone. There is no American dream. You know what I mean? You can't really get ahead with working. Maybe you can get by working, but you can't really get ahead. So let's get right into this. But yeah, the American dream's dead. So let's get right into this. I'm gonna read this article for you guys. The American dream has morphed into a pipe dream for many people living in the U.S. At the heart of the national ethos is the belief that anyone can rise from rags to riches through hard work and perseverance. In the past, that was symbolized by owning a large house with a white picket fence, driving a nice car, and having a happy, healthy, and well-educated family. And right then and there, I want to stop right here because I almost want to point out that there is no jobs that could pay you enough money to have a well-educated family, a white picket fence, driving a nice new car. The average American can't afford a new car. They're not paid enough money. The average American can barely afford to even sleep in an apartment or even feed themselves. And the average American is going to a school that is so poorly ran that you're going to come out dumber than even your parents are. So the concept of working hard and having the white picket fence, a nice owned house, and a well-educated family is gone. You can't even do it anymore, not through hard work. Okay, it's impossible. Some of these jobs, even if you could get a job for them, they'll literally fire you over anything they could possibly fire you over. And then you're only gonna make $20,000, $30,000, and you're lucky to even make $20,000, $30,000 in this country. And even if you make that little amount of money, you'll probably lose your job the second they can find a reason to fire you, because they're not even hiring you because they want a worker. They're gonna hire you and look for any reason to fire you for. That's why if you're in my generation, I almost advise that you go on welfare, go on EBT, food stamps, Section 8, file for Social Security disability, but don't even try working unless you absolutely have to, if you're like me. And because American dream's dead. You'll never have anything in America. You'll be sitting there working 40 hours a week plus overtime, sleeping in a one-bedroom house, no cats, no dogs, shitty everything, no health care, barely even able to afford food, barely even if barely able to afford anything, you know what I mean? And your life is going to be terrible. So that's what America's like. So if you guys could donate to my Cash App, my Cash App, I'm gonna write my Cash App right on the screen right now for you guys. If you guys could donate to my Cash App, here, I'm gonna write my Cash App on the screen right here. So my cash, here, I'm gonna write my Cash App on the screen. So my Cash App. Here, I'm gonna change the color to black, or I'm gonna change it to really thick. So my Cash App is the cash symbol. That's LAWRENCE 9021. So that's LAWRENCE 9021 with the cash symbol. And then if you donate any amount of money, even if you just donate $5, US dollar, if you just donate $5 US, $10 US, even maybe $100 US, that'd be great. I can't even afford to go to the doctor. I can't even afford to go to the dentist even if I wanted to. I could literally have heart problems and I could die tomorrow. No one would even care. That's how poor I am. So if you guys could donate to my Cash App, that'd be great. But let's get right into this video. The new American dream. The Association of American Residents Overseas estimates that at least 5.4 million Americans lived abroad in 2023. The biggest share of expats are thought to live in Western Hemisphere, Canada, Central and South America, or Europe, while 14% headed to East Asia and the Pacific. Elias describes in a video posted June 23 that for some the new dream was to pack up and head to quiet European town or a beachside village in Asia, somewhere where we aren't being poisoned by our food, we don't need 2 to 3 jobs to survive, and where healthcare isn't a luxury but the norm. And that's what America is really like. Our country's garbage. I mean, even if you need like 2 to 3 jobs just to get ahead. I mean, healthcare literally is a luxury. The average person can't even afford luxury. You could be like me and not do any drugs, not do anything wrong. All you do is just budget all your money and save all your money. I could literally show you like my my bank statements and everything. Like, it's to the point where you barely make any money. You work your ass off dawn to dusk and you barely make anything. This is the kind of country where it's ran by the rich. The rich make all the money and the poor make nothing. The poor make pennies on the dollar, and you can barely even afford to even have a house, apartments, cars. You can barely even afford to even have clothes in your back and food in your stomach under this type of economy. You know what I mean? The average person that'd be my age that I know would either be sleeping in the homeless shelter or almost being forced to live with their parents. And then if you don't have a family, you'd be literally living in the homeless shelter. Like, I'm the type of person that's really good at budgeting my money and shit. And if you weren't basically 100% good at budgeting your money, you can't even live paycheck to paycheck. That's why the American dream's gone. You know what I mean? So it has been a tricky few years from an affordability standpoint for many Americans. The Federal Reserve's effort to curb post-pandemic inflation by hiking interest rates has increased the cost of borrowing and reduced the Americans' purchasing power. This has forced a lot of Americans to focus more on short-term goals, paying rent, putting food on the table, and over long-term goals, home ownership, raising a family, and retirement. Yeah, exactly. You're not going to have a home in America if you live here. You won't be able to afford to raise a family without welfare, and you probably won't be able to afford retirement without Social Security insurance. And that one might traditionally associate with the American dream. So the average person, if you're not able-bodied when you get old, you're going to end up fucking homeless. This country is fucking shit. Okay, that's what that's saying right there. This country sucks. Alright? Dollars behind the dream. Cost is one of the factors behind the demise of the American dream. Recent analysts by Investopedia revealed that you now need a whopping $3.4 million to cover the cost of a traditional American dream milestone such as marriage, raising children, and owning a home. But most Americans fall short of that target by over $1 million. The average American lifetime earnings of an American across all education levels is closer to $2.3 million, according to Investopia. That's what I was saying. It's not even possible to make enough money to even live the American dream. You got to live like a guy like me to even kind of be a little bit ahead, but you're not even getting ahead. You kind of just have what you work for, and you just live a shitty lifestyle, and you don't do anything. You just suffer all the time. It's basically like you go to work, you do nothing, and at least you have like maybe just a little bit of money, and that's what you got to do. You basically go to work all the time. You work like a zombie. You do nothing, have nothing, and then maybe you have like a little bit of money so you can buy like a lawyer, or you can like basically pay your bills, and that's basically all you have. You know, maybe you can own a car. You know. We've been misled to believe that life is about enduring our circumstances in the place of birth, but that is not a requirement in life that you have to stay in the same place where you were born and spend your life struggling. Elise said in her video that the fact is the old American dream is just simply does not serve us anymore. One look at the attainability of basic elements of traditional American dream. Home ownership is telling. According to real estate broker Redfin, 2023 was the least affordable year for home buying on record. The median priced home worth $408,806 with the median U.S. income of $78,642. You would have had to spend a record 41.4% of your earnings on household or housing costs, up from 38.7% in 2022 and 31.0% in 2021. So basically, you're paying all your money just to live in a house. to buy that same home without spending more than 30% of your income. A popular rule of thumb among personal finance experts, you would need an annual salary of $109,868 according to RefGen, which is $31,226 more than the typical household makes a year. Freedom and flexibility. Elise extols and the virtues of a digital nomad. Hands down, the best part of being a U.S. citizen is our ability to leave the U.S. and travel abroad to seek out a better life. Elise said, "Let's take a moment to recognize how lucky we are we can leave. Let's focus on getting remote jobs and building online businesses. Grab our passports to take advantage of the fact that because of the internet, we have the ability to earn U.S. level income from anywhere in the world." The lifestyle Elise is describing bears some resemblance in parts of traditional American dreams, notably the notions that of equal opportunity and prosperity through hard work and determination, just not in the U.S. Rather than trying to achieve a certain social status based on assets owned, perhaps the American dream today is about an attitude that Americans carry with them whatever they are in the world. And I agree that the modern version of what the American dream is going to have to change. That's why I tried to make a YouTube video back in the day where I was showing you guys how to buy stuff that's cheap on Amazon and trying to like teach people how to budget and how to be as cheap as possible, because you guys got to be sitting there thinking like price per ounce. You got to be thinking of like you got to be like sitting there going like penny for penny, ounce per ounce, dollar for dollar. Like you got to be so fucking cheap to get ahead in this modern world. You got to be as frugal as possible. You got to be using Goodwill shit. You got to be going to Walmart, Dollar Tree. You can't have anything nice. You got to used car, everything. Kelly Blue Book that car to make sure that you're not getting Jewed. You know, then you got to Jew them down. You know, like try to work and haggle them down as low as possible. And like that's the kind of lifestyle you're living. You can't even live the normal, you know, like Leave It to Beaver, middle class, you know, American dream. You're living the fucking I'm broke as fuck kind of lifestyle. I don't got no money. No, we can't buy that honey kind of lifestyle, you know. And you could work your ass off and you still have nothing. And that's the American dream nowadays. You work your ass off, you have nothing, and the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. So if you guys could donate to my Cash App below, that'd be great. Right now I'm on medical leave from work because they're basically just trying to get rid of me just because they don't like me, because I'm a free speech type of person. I'm a free thinker, and they can't handle free thinking. So if you guys could literally donate to my Cash App below, that'd be great. If you can donate as $1, $5, $10, $100, that'd be great. I have some people that donate every now and then, so shout out to the people that do donate. And like always, guys, thanks for watching. Check out my website, and peace out.